200-week moving average. It's resting right upon it. And we got a volume shelf right here. We got a Fibonacci level right here. There's a lot of levels of support that are right there. You'll also see on my chart down here that the RSI is now oversold. It's like 29. Is this the bottom? Did we bottom? I think that we do have a temporary bottom forming. Can it go lower? Of course it can, but I don't think it can go there all at once. So what are we going to do about it? Well, the way that I think about this, and I kind of shot my shot a little bit higher because on Ethereum, I have my Gann angle that sits right here, and I decided to buy once it hit Gann angle because that's just what I do. I'm pretty confident that there is a better chance than not that it comes up and reclaims this level, and that's why I decided to go ahead and make a purchase earlier this week. I chose to buy Ethereum because I already have a ton of XRP and Chainlink, a bunch of Bitcoin. Moving forward, Solana is something that I want to accumulate more of if the crypto gods give me time, if this thing continues to consolidate within this Gann arc. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that this is going to come all the way back down to the previous, this current cycle's lows. We might be starting, this bear market might be it. And what's interesting is that around this time last year, we had a 64% decline in Solana, and then we currently have about a 67% decline in Solana. Most of these assets are correlated. So are we just doing it again? Maybe we're just doing it again to reset these RSI levels, because we went from an 86 RSI down to about a 30, and we did a 65% decline in order to do that, but we had to do that multiple times to work off this RSI. And now RSI levels are at where they were at when you would have been very smart to be buying crypto. Take that into account. Take also into account that the Clarity Act should be passing sometime in the spring now. Maybe the can keeps getting kicked down the road, doesn't it? But this has presented an opportunity. If you've been crypto curious and you're like, oh, I missed it, you didn't miss it. This is when, if not now, then when would you be starting a crypto position? These are my favorites, though: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, Chainlink, HBAR. I actually sold all my Algorand, moved it into Bitcoin, but I don't mind that one. Solana. Those are the ones that I'm focused on. Many of these other ones I think are excellent projects as well. Ondo is one of them. Aave is one of them. BitTensor, maybe it's too early for BitTensor, but eventually AI will be using crypto. And World Liberty Financial, World Liberty, this one, the chart just won't give us a bottom, will it? But to be fair to it released, when was this? Near October. So that's when the overall crypto market, that's when the overall crypto market topped, or at least this most recent local top. If you're not familiar with these projects, leave a comment below and I can go into depth with one of them more. But I do think we're at a temporary bottom. Look at this volume. Look at the volume that came in to scoop this up, and we're all the way up to about the 50% mark on this candle on Bitcoin. Total cryptocurrency market, kind of the same thing. We're sitting right at the 200-week moving average. I said yesterday, Charlie Munger said that if you were to just buy high quality assets, he said stocks, but if you like crypto, I would assume it would apply similarly. At the 200-week moving average, you would outperform the S&P 500 by a drastic amount over time. the trouble is whenever it comes down to the 200-week moving average, everyone's panicking. Well, that opportunity has presented itself in crypto. Do I think that there should be a big rush? Should we be FOMOing into this dip? I'm not so sure, but you better bet that over the last week I have been restarting my DCA, which back here in September, October, I was not buying, just because you never want to buy the top on crypto. Because I mean, look, even Bitcoin, even on Bitcoin, we've got a 50% drop. Now, in years past, in cycles past, we've gotten a more violent drop, haven't we? Take a look here. We came down from here all the way down to here. That's a 76% drop. And you can see here that we got down on the RSI. Let's take a look at this RSI. I'm going to make this bigger. We got down to 25. That was not the bottom. You had another, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 or 6 months at or below those levels before the bottom was truly brought in. So am I rushing to the entrance? Am I selling all my silver to buy some crypto right now? No. But we are finally at a point in the crypto cycle where buying it is relatively, not financial advice, safe. And so some of these projects, like XRP, all these charts look the same. You could see that they're all correlated. 200-week moving average. Ethereum, we're under the 200-week moving average on this one. But XLM, it looks like the Ethereum chart as far as holding market symmetry. Chainlink also, I took the VWAP of the cycle high in 2021, and we bounced right off of it. So that's something that I found interesting. Solana, we're all under the 200-week moving average, but the only two, this should actually be kind of interesting, I think. The only three that I'm seeing, Bitcoin, XRP, and the total cryptocurrency market, are all holding their 200-week moving average.